This is a huge warning to you as a business owner. Whatever it is you do, but especially if you're in this lawn and landscape industry and you're riding that seasonal ebb and flow of things. Right now, everything's gearing up, things are speeding up. And make sure you watch this whole video because I'm gonna tell you where I failed, what I changed, and notice the problem way ahead of time. You're following this seasonal ebb and flow, and right now in everybody's business, you've got more phone calls than you can handle. And it is just blasting and blasting, and it's exciting. If you're a smaller company or a bigger company or whatever, it's the case. You're getting all this incoming and you're out selling and selling and selling and estimating and selling and estimating and selling. This trap that I am talking about is a trap that's caused so much stress in my business. It's kind of like the summer blues is what it causes. And it took me so long to figure out why was I falling into this trap. You are really, really slow in August. That was always the time. I shot multiple videos about how I was stressed in August every year, and I didn't even do it because it seemed like I should be doing it, or I didn't do it just because, hey, it's August, it's time to make the video. I did it because I felt the stress and I wanted to talk about the stress. Over time, there was this final breaking point where I actually created 2 separate years apart a stress-related video on the same day on a different year. And I'm like, whoa, there has got to be an answer here. There has got to be something that I have been doing wrong. And it was the trap we're talking about. And how you get lured into this trap is you get into this time of year and you sell. And it's exciting. Then it comes to producing it. So if you've got your team or you've got whatever, even if you're like a solo person and you sell enough to really get rocking and rolling, and then you have to produce it, and say it's my aspect, I have a team. There's a bunch of issues. We're trying to get the work done, production. Maybe there's some rain, there's some hiccups, there's this, there's that, and the other. So instead of continuing to sell, I take my eye off the ball. So as I was selling and we're going up here, well, now we're producing and I'm taking my eye off the ball, and that new sales is slowing down and slowing down and slowing down. And in sales, it's not what you do today that affects tomorrow. It's what you do today that typically affects several weeks, a month from now. So you may not notice it when you're out there trying to frantically get things rolling, trying to frantically get the teams out, or rocking and rolling and get them to produce things to a quality level that is acceptable and is exceptional in your industry. And that's what would happen to me. So some of the ways we have dealt with as a team to fix these issues and to save time is, one, training is obvious. You need to train the people. You need to give them as much information as possible. 2 is to connect what we're supposed to be doing in some kind of digital form. And what do I mean by that? I mean videos, I mean plans, I mean everything. We create a digital folder for our team members to be able to view all the pictures, all the videos, all the audio notes of what we initially intended to do on a lot of these projects. Cleanups are a perfect example because you would go out, you would look at all these things, and you would write cleanup, and then somebody would forget something. Well, if you walk through that whole project with a video saying exactly what you're going to do so your team can see that, instead of you having to be there to tell your team how to do it, you can be out selling where you belong, and your team can be out producing the job where they belong. And it's these little things beyond just growing a team around you to help you facilitate more, that allowed us to continuously focus on selling instead of drop the ball and start focusing on produce. A lot of other things changed besides just that one factor, but we connected people with the information they needed to make sure they could do the job well. We trained people, and all in all, we hired people that were more knowledgeable than who we had in the beginning anyway, that could handle a lot of these tasks without crazy issues coming up. And over time, that's what we've been doing. We've been just doing everything we can do to make the job easier and easier and easier, and more dumbed down and more dumbed down and more dumbed down. And I don't mean to say dumbed down in a bad way, but to make it simplistic so it can be repeatable, so more people can have equal results to one another without as much challenges. And these things come from stuff like, don't offer 52 different types of pavers, don't offer 52 different styles of fixture, simplify, 3 options for this, 2 options for that. narrow this down and keep this to something simple so everybody can have more success. And then tie in all the planning, all the videos, all the notes, so everyone is on the same page. And it keeps you out of that frantically feeling like the ball's getting dropped out in the field, because all in all, you think you're getting enough information in there and you don't. So the digital folder, training the team, hiring smarter, more capable people, it's all been an integral piece of the puzzle that has allowed us to ultimately get our business to a point where we never have the summer blues. We just go and go and go and go. The only blues we have is the winter blues. And in our industry, that's really, really important, because a lot of people either oversell where they can't handle it, or they sell and then they have what happened to me multiple times. And all of it can be very, very stressful. And I truly don't believe in overselling, because I'm going to continue to grow a team. I'm going to continue to be transparent with that issue's easier, right? I'm transparent with how far out we are, how this we are, how long it's going to take. People know going in when they sign, it is what it is. So overselling is not as big of an issue unless it's like a reoccurring maintenance, like mowing, that you have to produce this much. You just can't. But you can always grow your team. You can always build your business. That's what having a business is all about. Continued growth. Talk to you soon.